So now I don't try to hate on films. I don't try to just make it seem like I'm just being a complete asshole about stuff and just trying to dog things. But the Black Adams film, I knew that this was not gonna work. I saw it coming 100 miles away. And I'm pretty sure other people saw it too, but I saw it coming 100 miles away. And I saw the film and was not, well, put it this way. I didn't go in there thinking high hopes or anything. It is what it is. So I'm going to give you my reasons why I feel this way about it. And once again, this is just my opinion. Number one, the story. When you're, the whole thing that they did with Black Adam was that you were trying to create a story around a character that nobody knew about. Okay. Nobody knows who this character is. Nobody knows anything about this guy. And you saying you want to make a movie about it. Fine, I get that. But the only thing was some of us knew was that Black Adam was created. I mean, not created, was connected to Shazam. So this is what I believe what happened was because originally he was supposed to be um connected to Shazam and he was supposed to be the bad guy in the Shazam movie. But I believe The Rock was like, no, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I'm not gonna be a part of that movie, that goofy ass movie with that. Like, I'm not doing that. Even though his company is one of the producers on the film, they're one of the producers for the Shazam film. And he was just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna be connected to that. I'm not gonna be a part of that. No. If I'm gonna do Black Adam, I'm gonna do my own version of it because I'm a star and I can't be fiddle to nobody. And DC said, okay, fine. So now, how can you put a story out there about a character that nobody knows? They didn't, it's hard to do that. So to me, they didn't take the time to really plan this out. They were saying it's been 10 to 15 years and the old management, all those things. I get all that. But you still got to have a plan put in place. You still got to have a playbook about how we're going to get it out here. And they didn't have that. So trying to market something to people going looking like I don't know who this person is. I don't know nothing about this person, you know, at all. The second thing, the marketing for this film was terrible. I'm just gonna say it. The whole marketing for this film was terrible. You did not see any creative marketing plan to push this film out there. You didn't see anything out there letting people know that Black Adam was coming. That was nothing out there to spark folks' attention, to get people hyped up at all. You know, and I'm shocked about this with DC because DC was saying like, oh, with Sazlar don't understand that, hey, we're going in a different direction. We're gonna make all these great changes. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, so it's a new day at DC. But looking at this, you guys, instead of taking 10 steps forward, you took 5 steps back because this was the exact same thing that they did with Superman and Batman. You put the Superman films out there, but there was nothing there to connect it to Batman. And then it was like, okay, we're just gonna throw Superman versus Batman out there. That's it. Let's just throw it out there. People gonna like it. People gonna go see it. And look what happened with that. And why Superman versus Batman fell? Because the marketing. And it was a story too, but we're talking about the marketing. There was nothing out there that promoted and pushed people to get them hyped up and ready for it. So with Black Adam, the marketing was terrible. You know, and to me, what they did was that they depended on Dwayne Johnson to push this film. They thought process was okay. The Rock, he's one of the biggest movie stars in the world. We're gonna put him in it. He's been talking about it. He's gonna lead us to glory. That was the marketing plan. He was the marketing plan, and we see that that didn't work. Not to take anything away from the Rock, but that didn't work. The next thing, the writing. The writing for this film, wow. The writing for this film was also not good at all. The story didn't really keep my interest. It was just you was just sitting there like, okay, trying to get into it. Then the Justice Society, it was nothing about them. It looked like it was in a way a rip off of Marvel because the whole mansion with the guy with the psychic powers, it was like that was a rip off of Professor Xavier. The mansion where when they got in the jet plane and they got off, came when the underground opened and they flew away, they looked like the plane from the X-Men. The guy, what's his name? Adam of whatever his name is, that was like a cross between Deadpool and Ant-Man, where he put the mask on and looked like a Deadpool mask. He got bigger and all this stuff. So it was just the writing wasn't good at all. Bottom line. And I felt that this movie was rushed. It was like, okay, it's been in development for 15 years. We want to hurry and get it out there. The Rock was like, hey, I want to get this movie out there. Let's get it out there. Let's get it out there. But they didn't have a plan. They didn't try to create, I mean, not create, but they didn't try to recruit a good writer, a good director for this. They didn't do that. It was just, let's just put it out there. Then the next thing, the kid actor in the story. I have nothing against kid actors, but it was no need to have him up in there. It was no need to have him in there at all because he didn't serve, to me, he didn't serve any purpose at all. You know, the next thing, the post credit scene. The post credit scene, there was no shock about that because they had already been saying that Superman was going to be in the post credit scene. The Rock had already been out there telling people that the post credit scene was with Henry Cavill as Superman. So it was no shock to that. And the purpose of the post credit scene is to um, get the audience hyped up for the next chapter of the film or the film franchise is what you're doing. But when you go around saying things about this and yeah, I wanted Superman back and he's gonna be this and that, there was no excitement for that. That was nothing that people was anticipating. It was nothing that caught people off guard. We all knew. So it's like, oh, okay, it's Superman. That's it. So no shock of that. You know. And my question, and just saying all these things, but my main question was this was remember when DC said that they had a 10-year plan for the DC studios and what they were going to do all this great stuff. Where was the 10-year plan that y'all had put in order to make this stuff work? If you had a 10-year plan, then I would think that you would want to follow that plan. But what I saw with this was that it was just, okay, The Rock wants to do it. Let's just throw it out there and that's it. But you push back all these other movies like Shazam, uh, Aquaman. You pushed all these films back to put this out. And if this is part of your 10-year plan, this is how you're going to start the 10-year plan off doing this. Not a good choice. Not a good choice at all. So my take on this film is that it's alright. That's all I gotta say. It's alright. It ain't something that that you're gonna be running to the theaters want to go see. It's nothing that's edge of the seat that be like, oh, I gotta see this. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, Black Adam. Oh, it's The Rock. Oh, no big deal. That's it. And what this, I mean, not Disney, but what DC needs to do is that I feel like before they release anything else, they need to go in the locker room or and actually have some sit down and really work on a 10-year plan, get it together to make things happen. I understand that when you get these big time Hollywood people over there and they want to do this, they want to do that. But you have to stick by your guns and say, I get that, but this is part of the plan. This is what we're going to do. Because when you look at when Marvel first started the Marvel universe, you had Iron Man, you had Black Panther, you had Thor, you had Spider-Man, you had all these people, but they stuck to their plan and they didn't let anything deter them from their plan. They think was okay, yeah, we know you're a well-known actor, we know you're an actor, we know that you got some clout behind your name, but we ain't going for that shit. This is our plan, this is what we're going to stick to, and this is the do's and don'ts of it. Now if you don't want to do that, that's fine, you can take your shit and go someplace else, but when you over here, this is how we run it in this camp. And the end result, look at what happened with Marvel. Now the Marvel that's going on now, I don't know what's happening over there. I'll give you guys another video about that. That's coming really soon. But that I overall, this Black Adam film should not have even came out. It shouldn't even be out. They should have been pushed it back. And my opinion on this is this: it should have been a part of Shazam franchise. And if you say that you want to do a Black Adam film, the way it should have went down was the first Shazam or Shazam 2 Fury of the Gods. The post-credit scene should have been that first teaser trailer from Black Adam was when he was resurrected and when they were shooting at him and he turned the guy in the dust and everything. That trailer right there should have been the post-credit scene in Shazam 1 or 2. And that would have got everybody hyped up. That would have got the anticipation. That would have got everybody like, oh, okay, this is Black Adam. Then you started putting things out there about Black Adam. Then you started to promote Black Adam. So that way, when it's time for the movie to come out, everybody's ready to see it. And that way you have time to recruit a good writer and a good director. So overall, my take on the Black Adam film, on my temperature scale, a low, medium, high, I'm gonna give it a low. I'm gonna give it a low. You know, and not only that, but this film, in the next couple of weeks, people are not gonna be talking about this film. Why? Because you got Black Panther 2 that's gonna come out November 11th. So that last week of October or that first week of November, people finna forget all about Black Adam and they finna be focused on Black Panther 2. So Black Adam, and enjoy the little run that you got now because it's definitely finna fade away. Y'all let me know if y'all seen Black Adam. Let me leave your comments below and let me know what you think about it. If you haven't, go check it out. Come back and let me know. But until then, holla at your boy.